What's up YouTube? Welcome to episode 4 of the Sunday Supplement with your host Robbo Vapes. So episode 4, and you'll have to bear with me today. I am feeling very tired and stiff. Today I signed up with my local gym, so an hour or so down there. So my arms feel stiff, my legs feel stiff, everywhere feels stiff, and I'm really tired. But positive steps. So what am I vaping on tonight? Well, tonight I am vaping on, as usual, my E-Leaf iStick iPower with the Beyond Vape Silo. I've got the iStick 200 with the Valerian tank, and I've also got the E-Leaf Invoke 221 kit, which I bought yesterday. I'm going to be doing a review of that this week. As you can see in the box, looks nice, little packaging, so look forward to that review this week. That is what I'm vaping on tonight. I've got a load of stuff on charge, so really should have had some stuff more planned really, but wow, that's, you learn. So, and that's so I've been going to the gym, and also been this week I was very excited. I bought myself, to celebrate myself quitting smoking, I thought I've always wanted to get myself a proper RC car. So this week I bought myself a FTX Carnage brushless motor edition. I was using it all day yesterday, and then on the third time I took it out, it was all going well until I full on stoved it into a fence, and it's downstairs at the moment waiting for some parts to come tomorrow hopefully so I can fix it. I've had it for a day and I've broke the thing already. Yeah, it's going well. I was absolutely gutted, I was, but I would show you some pictures of it, but it's currently in pieces at the moment. Yeah, I'm a bit gutted I didn't have it on video because it was quite a bad crash. I rolled it about 4 or 5 times, and just colliding into a fence. Yeah, so on to the news of the week. So obviously the big news this week was Vaporound and how they decided to dedicate a 2-page spread to Philip Morris and his IQOS device, Heat Not Burn device. They devoted a 2-page spread to this in their article. Chris from Empire first discovered this. He then made a video sharing his thoughts on it, which is, I say, fair play to him. The guy was spot on with his comments. He tore the article to shreds, tore Vaporound to shreds. I think they then issued some statements where I think they emailed him. He then shared this with us lot on his channel, where they said he was misleading his viewers, even though he was only reading from their article. And obviously as a vape shop owner himself, you could understand why he was quite, annoyed and upset with Vaporound. I don't know if he's actually going to be stuck in their magazines, but like he said as well, Vaporound actually give you the tour guides at the expo. It'd be really interesting to see how many people actually accept that magazine, this expo. Then Vaping with Vic got involved. He, like Chris, had tore them apart, literally tore them apart. And fair play to him, I say. Vaporound did offer an apology. They apologised to them. They apologised to us as the vapors and the readers. I think it was a stupid thing to do in the first place. Why would you give that company a 2-page article on what is essentially still smoking in a vaping magazine? That IQOS still uses tobacco. It might not be smoking, but it's still smoking. You might not be lighting it up, but you're still heating it up. And I've seen a couple of videos where some bloke's been testing it, and it still tastes like a cigarette. And they even had news reporters that have done article videos on it, and you can still smell that heavy smell of cigarettes. And then I've seen somewhere where the packs of they're calling them cartridges apparently, but they are effectively cigarettes. They're going to be £8 for a pack of 20. £8. I was paying that for a pack of 20 cigarettes before I quit. To me, that is how this is allowed to even pass into this. And then, like Chris and Vic said, to actually stock these, they want, if to actually for vaping shops to actually stock this, you need a tobacco license. You can't advertise them at all, and they need to be locked away in one of those pull down like shutters that you see in shops. Yeah, that's cigarettes. That is a cigarette. You can't show them off. You can't advertise them. You have to have a tobacco license, and they need to be hidden away in a locked shutter. That is a cigarette. And like the start of the year, Philip Morris was saying that they want everybody to quit smoking, and I think he even said embrace electronic cigarettes. So his answer to that is to create a cigarette. Yeah. On to the next news. So the next big news this week was published by The Independent, and police saying that drivers who vape could be prosecuted. Now, I can imagine it is especially if someone gets into a car accident and they go, "What happened?" "Oh, I couldn't see where I was driving because I was chucking clowns." But in all seriousness, I can see why the police are issuing these warnings. Apparently, you could lose your licence and receive a fine of up to £2,500. This was published by The Independent 3 days ago, where the police are warning motorists who smoke e-cigarettes while driving that they risk losing their licence if their vision is obscured by clouds of vapour. While while driving is not itself illegal, police say that an e-cigarette will be treated the same as any household electronic device. As such, motorists who are distracted by them or clouds of vapour they produce could face prosecution for driving without due care and attention. If a police officer deems a driver to be distracted by this e-cigarette, they could receive 3 to 9 points on their licence, a fine of up to £2,500 or disqualification. The warning comes as the latest figures reveal over 3 million people in the UK now use e-cigarettes, with the majority of them driving. Any person who is distracted in a way could be guilty of an offence, whether that be smoking, vaping or eating, said Sergeant John Davis of Surrey Police. With regards to a scenario where someone could potentially be either distracted or have reduced visibility, then there is a potential for a crash, but it is certainly not something we have come across, whereas mobile phone distraction is a regular distraction that we come across in fatal serious collisions. Many drivers are aware of the dangers associated with the sun glare, which can particularly impair vision and in some severe cases cause crashes. And it has been suggested that vaping could cause similar visual impairment and as such have the potential to result in fatal incidents. So basically, by the sounds of it, I'm guessing this will be passed through the House of Commons soon, and there probably will be a law about it. My own take on it, I mean, I'm not driving myself, so it doesn't really affect me. But like, if I'm in a car, for instance, I wouldn't be chucking clouds about in something like this. Or if I do, I've got the windows open, so it goes out the car anyway. But I suppose it'd be just similar to like they said, like using a mobile phone while driving. The last thing you want to do is driving on the motorway, for instance, and your car is covered in clouds and you can't see what's in front of you. So I can see where they're coming from, and I think they're with more and more new vapors, like they said, 3 million people. I mean, last time I looked, it was only 1.5. So fair play to you all for joining up with the vaping. But so that was the other big news this week. Obviously, drivers in there vaping. Have your window open, people. So it's time again to see what is coming out and what has just been released. Now we're going to start things off with something that's going to be coming out soon, unless it's already in the wild, as when you watch this video. We're taking a look at a new product from eLeaf. It is the eLeaf Tessera. And as you can see in these shots, it does look quite nice. It's an internal battery mod capable of 3,400 milliamp. It's got capable of 150 watts, and it comes packaged with the LOT tank, which comes with this, or as a standalone purchase mod. It's going to come in a variety of colours: silver, black, red, green and dazzling, which is one of those multi-coloured rainbow ones which everybody loves. As you can see in these shots, it does look quite nice. So I'm guessing that is their new, could be the replacement for the iPower. Hopefully they just keep the iPower out there, because 3,400 milliamp versus 5,000 milliamp. But it does look good, so try and get that in soon for review. So on to the next one coming out. So that was the eLeaf Tessera. So we turn to Smok, who are about to welcome back a hero, as they're calling it. They are about to relaunch the HPriv, which come out, I think, before the Alien, or it might have been after the Alien a couple of years ago. They're calling it the HPriv 2, and as you can see, it's got a bit of a redesigned look to it. I think they're going for a bit of a superhero theme. It's going to be coming with the TF Big Baby Prince, which is the obviously new redesigned version of that, which it actually takes ex-baby coils, if I believe correctly. The kit is going to come in a variety of colours, as you can see here. And I've also included what comes in the EU edition, but the non-TPD edition, which is obviously in the rest of the world, is going to be capable of 6 millilitres juice, whereas we'll be limited to the good old 2 mil, because let's face it, nobody likes more e-liquid. We all love to fill our tanks every 2 minutes. So it's going to be coming out real soon. I estimate it'll probably between about 50 to 65 quid, depending on where you look. It's going to be capable of 220 watts, 225 watts, sorry, as with most Smok dual battery mods. And hopefully we'll be getting in for a review soon, because I actually quite like the look. But that multicoloured look, no. It'd be the... I like boring. I am very plain and boring, so I'll be going for the black and red myself personally. So on to the next one, shall we? And we're back with Smok again, who are about to hit the market with a new tank. It is called the Reza Prince tank, which is a new redesign of the Prince tank. It is going to incorporate their brand new TF V12 T10 red light coil, which brings you massive vapour and shining light. 0.12 ohms, 60 to 120 watts, but they recommend it to be best vaped at 80 to 110. Now, the kit in the EU, as usual, incorporates 2 mil. The rest of the world, you get 7.5 mil of juice. That is going to be coming out real soon. As you can see in these shots, it comes in a variety of colours. They've redesigned the look of the Prince, and they've also put some new redesigned glass on there. So that's going to be coming out real soon, and that is the Reza Prince from Smok. And we're about to wrap things up with eLeaf once again, who are about to hit the market with the eLeaf iStick Mellow Kit. A internal battery capable of 4,400 milliamps, 60 watts, and it comes incorporated with the Mellow 4 tank, I think it is. It's going to be coming out real soon. Pricing is going to be £39.99 for the kit. And as you can see in these shots, it looks like a nice, simple designed mods. And I think eLeaf make spot on, nice, simple mods. I think every eLeaf product I've used has been spot on. The Invoke that I'm going to be testing out for review, I've been using it for this past weekend, but I'm going to give it a couple more days before I give my final thoughts on it. But I can already say that this is a nice bit of kit. I love how small it is, real big plus for me. I think the tank is good, and it's got some cons, but I'll share them in my review. But for the price I paid, which was £36.50 for the full kit, and I really do like the fact that they are giving you the option of, I don't know how they did it, but the kit come pre-installed with a 2mm glass, and they actually put the 4mm extendable kit in the box. I don't know how they've done that, and that's still been passed the TPD, but I hope more companies do that rather than just trying to get us to go buy extra glasses. So if eLeaf can do it with their kit, then no one else has got excuses. They should put the larger tanks extendable kits in their kit. But that is going to be my review, obviously up for review this week. That's the news and latest devices coming out. So we're going to head on to the next subject and see you in a bit. Got that HPRIV 2 look really good actually. I'm going to have to get that very soon. So we've done the news and latest releases, but I've just discovered something which I didn't realise they'd done. Argos have actually started selling vaping products. A lot of it is like complete no-name dribble I've never even heard of. Excuse me. They've actually got a couple of the Blue Pro kits. They've got some vape pen starter kits. And they've even got a Inokin Cool Fire Mini for £39.99. And they're also selling the iSub V. You remember that? So that's £19.99. So yeah, so you'd be able to get your vaping stuff on your Argos card. Go and run now. But I'm all for it, because I say where I live personally, there's like literally a couple of one or maybe two vape shops. Then I got to travel to Worcester if I want to explore some more. So if Argos can start stocking these stuff and hopefully grow their catalogue and get some more stuff in from most of the big guys in the world, then I'm all for it. And but the only thing I hope not is I hope it doesn't put small businesses out of business, because nobody wants that. But yeah, so Argos are now stocking vaping products, but at the moment, no point. Now the next part of the episode is, what does my app say? Well, as last week's episode showed, I've gone 31 days quit smoking. I've been using an app called Quit Tracker Stop Smoking, which is on the Google Android store. This week my app says that I've gone 41 days, 7 hours and 22 minutes smoke free. I've saved £324, 26 pence, and I've regained 6 days, 7 hours, 23 minutes of my life back. And I've not smoked 826 cigarettes. Now basically this is going to be a weekly thing that I do purely for myself, but I'll be sharing it with you all to hopefully show people that it can be done. Someone like me who was a heavy smoker can do it, and anybody can do it. But that's what the app says this week. So hence this week's spending. Obviously I've got the car at the start of the episode, like I mentioned. I've joined the gym today. I've got some nice bits and pieces, and just shows you how much money you wasted on cigarettes. And yeah, so I feel a lot more positive about myself this week. Obviously, last week I started to notice I was a bit more awake, a bit more energetic. This week I consider myself back to normal, really, compared to what I was to last year. Because last year I was always tired, I was always coughing my guts up, because obviously that's what those horrible things do to you. So this week I feel like I'm a lot more positive. I mean, today I feel tired because that gym workout killed me, to be honest. I did 20 minutes on one of the exercise bikes, and then I did the rest of the session on the weights, and I didn't realise how weak I was in some parts of my body. I mean, my shoulders in particular, I didn't realise how bad they were. I mean, because I'm obviously a big guy, I lift all of my upper body. Obviously the rest of my body seems to be quite strong, whereas those shoulders, as soon as I do it on those sort of lifting machines they've got down there, I think at the start I put it on £20, which is like, only like one or two down from the first one. And I was struggling like heck to lift that up. So I thought, I'll put it on the first one just to get myself eased into it, and I was struggling on that as well. I was literally struggling. I was there going, "Come on, you can do it!" But I'm hoping to improve my cardio as it goes up and lose weight, because I said I've put a lot of weight on since quitting smoking. But that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Really, I mean, I've got no problems doing that. Obviously, now I can go to the gym. I haven't got to worry about smoking. That's going to make affect my my breathing down there, and obviously heart rates and stuff. So a lot more positive this week. I'll see 41 days. So I think I'll check my app. Said I'm about 45% complete to being quit for 3 months. So we're getting there. We are definitely getting there. But that was my app this week, and that was a little bit about how I've been feeling this week. So we're going to move on to the next subject. So I thought I'd discuss in this part of the episode something that I noticed in a couple of videos, reviews, and podcasts the last week or two, and that was the dividing opinion between vaping devices that are bland, simple, basic, but work, and vaping devices from companies that are innovative, got all these fancy new screens on them, new technologies incorporated. One side of the argument was like, a vaping device like this, for instance, the iPower. It's very simplistic, very basic, but it works. It works. It's affordable, and it works compared to the latest DNA device or latest Yeehy chip mod that costs like a couple of £100. It's got all this fancy new device. I think it depends. I mean, me personally, I've always been quite simple. I like stuff that works. I like simplicity. I've been burnt before where I bought a device and it's the latest and greatest, and it just eventually gives up the ghost, or there's loads of problems with it. I mean, I've seen one from Vaping with Vic. I think it was the Osmodus. I can't remember what it's called now, but you work it by hand gestures, and I couldn't be doing with that. I really could not be doing with that. Same with touch screens. I mean, I hate using touch screens on my smartphone, let alone I'd use it on my vaping device. But I mean, I can see why people want these innovations. I mean, like mods with flashlights and disco lights on them, like you get with a Smok device, for instance. The way I see it, if they got lights and that's draining life off the battery, which I'd rather go to using on my e-cig. But yeah, I can see both sides of the arguments. I mean, I'm more for basic but works. That has always been my philosophy. Basic but works. When you got people that are, especially big reviewers, and they're knocking products and they say stuff like, it's cost effective, it works like a charm, it's easy to use, but it's too basic. How is that a con? I mean, I can see if you're a big reviewer and you're getting devices in left, right, and centre. I can see why that would be a con, but I don't see how you can knock something for working. I mean, your job as a reviewer is to review that product, and if you think, I mean, especially if a device comes out and it's basically just a brick with a little screen on it, and they're selling it for £150, then yeah, I can see why you would knock that. But if, like, for instance, the iSticks, most of them you can find about £30 to £40, and I think for a first time vapor, I think they're spot on devices. They work straight away. I mean, you could be using this years down the line, whereas some of these new devices that come out, they're all really expensive, and about 6 months down the line, they all bugger up on you. I know what I'd rather have, but then I'm a boring old fart, to be honest. I mean, like the Smart Majesty, I generally like that. I like the simplistic, basic look of it. I didn't like any of those T-Privs or anything like that, or the mag. The mag, oh god, I could not buy that at all. It looks stupid. It looks like something a 4-year-old designed. I just don't see. I mean, yeah, fair enough. Like I said, if you're a big time reviewer, you're getting these things sent to you daily. Then yeah, I can see why you'd start knocking it as a con, but I don't think you should knock it a con. I mean, like companies like eLeaf and Aspire, they make great devices, and yeah, fair enough. They probably do look a bit simple and look a bit basic, but for me, basic works. When someone says as a con that something is boring to look at, but then all the pros are it works, it's cost effective, there's no lag, the button works spot on, it feels ergonomical in the hand. The pros definitely outweigh the con, and I still don't see how the look of a device is a con. I mean, with it out of the sleeve, you probably would think that looks a bit basic, but I think the look is spot on. And like I said, it works. So, yeah. So that was my own little take on there, which is a topic that I've noticed come up in quite a few videos and podcasts, is about how company. I mean, like, I can't believe how fast people are chasing after this innovation. I mean, to me, innovation sometimes can be a bad thing to constantly chase after, because you're trying to get stuff fast out, and then you don't do proper quality checks. But that was this part of the episode. We're going to wrap things up because you don't want to hear me dribble on too much. So we're going to wrap things up, folks. It's getting late, and I need to upload this before the day goes too long, and we get into Monday, and then you see Monday morning, Sunday supplements just been uploaded. Yeah, it won't make sense with it. So I'm going to try and get this all rendered and uploaded. Hopefully YouTube doesn't take for ages like it does again, and I'll get in time to watch the old Super Awesome Vape Show, which probably is starting right now, actually. So next week's episode, obviously I'll be doing the app update, which is going to be a weekly thing. I'm going to try and do some more vlogs, because I've done one which was on the giving up smoking for a month. So I'm going to try and do some more of them, and hopefully I can get me car back sorted, and I can start doing some videos of that. But I'll see. We're getting into March now, so we're only almost 2 months away from, just over 2 months away from Vapor Expo. I will be going to Vapor Expo, so I can't wait. I'm going to be hunting some of you big reviewers for autographs and selfies. So, Robert Vapes is coming. So thanks for watching, guys. This is episode 4 of the Sunday Supplement complete. Thank you very much. Robert Vapes out.